English podcast.
From Learn English with Joy.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Learn English with Joy. It's so good to have you here with us again. I'm Chris, your friendly guide through the English journey.
And I'm Emily. And today's episode might just be the one that changes the way you think about learning English. So, let me ask you something. Have you ever studied English for months, even years, but still felt like you couldn't speak?
Oh, yes, that's a common feeling. You've learned the rules, maybe passed tests, and you know a lot of vocabulary. But when it's time to speak, suddenly your mind goes blank. You freeze, or you forget the words you need. Sound familiar?
Totally. And when that happens, it's easy to think, maybe I'm just not good at languages. But listen to us. It's not about being good or bad. It's about the way we learn.
Exactly. A lot of learners believe they need to study harder, buy more grammar books, or memorize longer lists of words. But the truth is, you don't need to study harder. You need to live with English a little every day.
That's right. English is not just a school subject. It's something you can add to your daily life, like brushing your teeth or drinking your morning coffee. Small, simple habits can make a big difference.
And the best part? You don't need hours of free time or a classroom full of students. You can practice in the morning, during lunch, or even when you're brushing your teeth.
So today, we're going to show you how to make English part of your real life, step by step. We'll share simple ways to listen more, speak without fear, learn words in context, and build a habit that really lasts.
And don't worry, we'll keep things fun, light, and completely doable. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress, confidence, and joy.
So if you're ready to stop learning English like a school subject and start living with English like a daily habit, let's begin. Let's start with something that many learners feel but rarely talk about: pressure. So many English learners feel like they must improve quickly. They want to speak fluently in a few weeks, and when it doesn't happen, they feel like failures.
Oh, yes, I know that feeling too well. When I first started learning English, I thought, okay, if I learn 500 words and finish one grammar book, boom, native speaker. Spoiler alert, I was very wrong. Well, at least you were optimistic. That's one word for it. I was sure that after memorizing word lists for 2 weeks, I'd wake up speaking like a Hollywood actor. But all I really learned was how to say random food items and confuse people at the cafe.
I love your energy, Alexander. But seriously, that kind of pressure, to speak perfectly, to be fast, to be flawless, it's too much. That's not how real learning works. And it definitely doesn't bring joy.
Exactly. That's why we're here today. We want to take that pressure off your shoulders. You don't need to run a marathon on day one. You just need to take the first step.
So what do small steps look like? Well, let's say this. You don't need to study for 2 hours every day. Instead, you can do little things, fun things, that help your English grow naturally.
Let's give some examples. Number 1, change the language on your phone to English. You already use your phone every day. Now, you're learning without even trying.
Yes. And another one, write small sticky notes in English and put them around your room or mirror. For example, good morning, or you can do it. It's a sweet little habit that keeps English in your space.
I used to have one on my fridge that said, "No pizza until you say this sentence out loud." It worked. I said the sentence, and I got the pizza.
Motivation in action. Okay, one more easy one. Watch one short English video each morning. Just 1 or 2 minutes. You can find so many good ones on YouTube, especially for learners.
Exactly. It's not about watching a full movie or finishing a whole textbook. It's about making English a normal part of your day, like coffee or brushing your teeth.
And that's what we call an English habit. You don't need to think of English as something separate from your life anymore. Instead of, I have to study English, it becomes, English is just something I do.
And once you build the habit, it starts to feel easy. It even starts to feel fun. You're not forcing yourself. You're just living with the language.
So if you're listening now and thinking, that sounds simple, good, because it is simple. And it works. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to start.
Make it light, make it joyful, make it yours. That's the real secret. And hey, don't forget the pizza rule.
I'll keep that in mind. Coming up next, Chris and Mark are going to talk about the magic of listening and why your ears might be the key to your voice.
Thanks, Emily. And hi again, everyone. I'm here with Mark, the quiet but wise one on our team.
Hi, Chris. Always a pleasure. Even if I don't speak as much, I do listen a lot.
And that's actually perfect, because today we're talking about one of the most powerful and most forgotten skills in language learning: listening.
Right. Many learners try to speak better, but they forget to listen first. But speaking without listening is like trying to sing without ever hearing music. It doesn't work well.
That's a beautiful way to put it. I've seen it again and again. Students who study hard, memorize grammar, even speak a little, but their listening is weak, and that makes speaking much harder.
I used to be that person. When I first started learning English, I avoided listening. I felt slow, confused, and embarrassed when I didn't understand. So I told myself, I'll speak first, I'll listen later.
Let me guess, that didn't work out too well?
Not at all. It was like trying to run before I learned to walk. But everything changed when I started listening. A little bit, every day.
Tell us more. What helped you most?
3 simple things. First, I listened to podcasts while washing dishes. My hands were busy, but my ears were free. No pressure, no notes, just listening. Second, I listened to short stories before bed. Calming, simple ones. I didn't understand everything, but I could feel the language. And third, I started shadowing.
Ah, the shadowing technique. One of my favorites.
Yes, and so easy to do. I would find a short sentence line like, I'm learning English and I enjoy it, and just repeat it with the speaker. Same speed, same rhythm, same intonation.
So you became their shadow?
Exactly. I didn't worry about mistakes or full understanding. I just followed the sound. After 1 week, I could say more. After 1 month, I could speak more clearly. Not because I memorized anything, but because I listened and copied.
That's so powerful. And it's a method anyone can use, right now. You don't need to buy anything. Just press play on a video or podcast and shadow one sentence.
And the good news is, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need to understand 100%. You just need to listen often and enjoy it.
Exactly. Let's give a few simple tips for our listeners.
Tip 1. Pick one podcast for English learners, something with slow and clear speech. Listen while doing something simple, like folding clothes or going for a walk.
Tip 2. Repeat one sentence each day. A short, useful one. Try. I am learning English and I enjoy it. Or, I listen to English every day.
Tip 3. Do not pause every time you don't understand. Just keep going. Let the sound flow into your brain.
Because the more your ears hear English, the more your brain gets used to it. Just like music.
And one day you'll realize something amazing. You understand more than before, and words come out of your mouth more naturally.
It's not magic. It's just listening.
Consistent, simple, and a little every day.
Coming up next, it's time for a very honest and very funny conversation between Mark and Alexander as they share their personal stories about speaking English for the first time. Well, here we are, just the two of us. Me, the serious one, and you, the chaos in a sweater.
Please, I prefer free spirit with perfect pronunciation. But yes, I think we're a good match today. Shall we begin?
Let's talk about speaking. Not the perfect kind, not the textbook kind, but the kind that makes your heart beat a little faster. The first time you speak English, really speak, in front of someone else.
Oh, I remember it clearly, painfully clearly. But you go first. I have a feeling your first time was much more disciplined.
Disciplined, yes. Exciting, not at all. You see, I was the quiet type. I read grammar books, watched videos, took notes, but I almost never spoke.
That's surprising. You speak really well now.
Thank you. But for a long time, I was too nervous. I thought, what if I say it wrong? Or what if they laugh at my accent? So I waited and waited. Until one night, I had to order food, and the app wasn't working.
A food emergency? I'm listening.
I had to call the restaurant. I sat there for 10 minutes staring at my phone. Then I whispered the words to myself. I want to order a pizza, about 20 times. And finally, I called. I was shaking.
And
I said it. It wasn't perfect. The person on the phone asked me to repeat once. But then they understood. And 10 minutes later, a hot pizza arrived. That night, I didn't just eat dinner, I tasted victory.
I love that. Okay, now let me take you on a very different ride. No books, no notes, just me, my big mouth, and one very unfortunate word.
Oh no, I'm ready.
I was talking with someone online, a native speaker. We were chatting about summer holidays. I wanted to say, I love sitting on the beach, but I pronounced beach a little off. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see where this is going.
Yes, instead of saying beach, I said something that sounded very inappropriate. The person paused, looked shocked, and asked, "Excuse me?" I froze. My ears turned red. But then I laughed and corrected myself. I mean, the sand, the waves, the sea. And we both laughed and kept talking.
That takes courage. Most people would stop right there.
I thought about quitting, but something inside me said, this is just a mistake, not a disaster. And from that day, I spoke every day, one chat at a time.
Did you ever worry about grammar?
Not much. I focused on communication. And honestly, the more I spoke, the more I heard things like, oh, that sounds natural, or that's a common phrase. That gave me motivation to keep going.
It's interesting. We took different paths. I started with grammar and structure, then slowly moved into speaking. You jumped right into speaking, then picked up grammar along the way.
Exactly. Different roads, same destination. And you know what helped both of us? Repetition. Making speaking a habit.
Yes, for me, it started with that pizza call. Then I recorded my voice every night, just one sentence. I am tired today. I read a book today. Over time, I listened back and noticed progress.
I did the same. I'd record a voice message to my friends, then listen, then redo it. It was like being my own coach. A very dramatic coach, of course.
Let's be honest. Speaking English for the first time feels scary. You feel like the whole world is watching. But in reality, most people just want to understand you. They're not judging.
Totally agree. And even if they laugh, sometimes it's laughter with you, not at you. And even if it is at you, well, at least you'll both remember it.
So what's the lesson here?
Don't wait until your English is perfect to speak, because perfection never comes. But progress, that comes with every word you dare to say.
Whether you're a quiet learner like me,
Or a wild speaker like me.
start speaking and keep speaking. Because that's how you grow. Word by word, moment by moment, conversation by conversation.
And who knows? One day, you'll tell your story too. And laugh about it, just like we did.
That was such a beautiful conversation. Thank you both. Now let's move on to something every English learner thinks about: vocabulary. How many words should you learn? How fast? How much is enough?
My favorite topic. Did I tell you I once memorized 100 words in one day?
You're joking.
No joke. I even made a list. Verbs, adjectives, even animal names. I felt like a genius. Until the next morning.
What happened?
I looked at the list again and thought, wait, what does hedgehog mean? I remembered it was an animal, but I thought it might be a sandwich.
That proves the point. Learning 50 or 100 words in one day sounds impressive, but it doesn't work for long-term memory. Our brains don't like long lists. They like connection.
Yes, when we connect a word to a feeling, a moment, or a story, it sticks. Let's try it right now. I'll give you a word. Terrified.
Okay. She opened the door. It was dark. She heard a sound and felt terrified. Now that word doesn't just mean very scared. It feels like something.
Perfect example. And now let's try disappointed. He looked at his test. He failed. He felt disappointed. You can see his face. You feel his emotion. And the word becomes real.
That's the secret. Learn words in context, in real situations, not just on a list.
Let's share a simple method that anyone listening can try today.
Step 1. Choose just 3 new words each day, not 30, not 15, just 3.
Step 2. Use each word in a sentence that means something to you. Like, I was terrified when my phone fell in the toilet. That's a real emotion.
Step 3. Read your sentence out loud. Don't just write it. Speak it, feel it, hear it.
Step 4. Make a flashcard. You can draw a little picture, or use an app like Anki or Quizlet. They show you the word again at the perfect time, right before you forget it.
This is called spaced repetition. It's like reminding your brain just in time, so the word moves from short-term memory to long-term.
And that's when you can actually use the word, not just understand it.
Another tip: read short stories in English. Don't study the vocabulary, just enjoy the story. You'll see words like afraid, happy, late, hungry again and again. And one day you'll realize, hey, I know this word.
It happened to me with the word whisper. I didn't study it, but I read it in stories so many times. She whispered a secret. He spoke in a whisper. And now it just lives in my head.
Exactly. So, to everyone listening, don't try to memorize a dictionary. Try to live the words, feel them, use them.
3 words a day, 3 sentences, a flashcard, and a smile.
Simple, natural, and joyful, just the way learning should be. Up next, Chris and I are going to talk about a powerful but underrated tool, reading, and why it's not just good for your brain, but also your heart.
Reading, one of my favorite topics. But let me guess, some listeners just thought, reading is boring or reading is too hard.
Exactly. And I get it. Many people think that to improve their English, they must start by reading grammar books or long novels. But guess what? You don't need any of that.
That's right. You don't have to begin with textbooks full of rules. Reading should feel light, fun, and even playful. And yes, it's okay to start with something simple. Actually, it's better.
Let's break this down. If you're just starting to read in English, what should you look for? First, keep it short. Don't pick a book that feels like a mountain. Choose something you can finish in 10 minutes.
Or even one page. There's no rule that says you must finish a book. You don't need to finish the book. You just need to enjoy one page today.
Exactly. The goal is not read everything. The goal is connect with something. Second tip, look for books with short sentences. Clear, simple ones.
Think comic books, fairy tales, or even mini-stories written for English learners. The stories are interesting, and the language is friendly.
Third, if possible, find books that come with audio. When you read and listen at the same time, you improve both your reading and your pronunciation.
Yes, you'll hear the right stress, the rhythm, and the music of the sentence. You're not just reading with your eyes, you're reading with your ears too.
Let's imagine a perfect reading session. You wake up, make a cup of tea, open your phone or book, and read one short story in English. Then you play the audio and follow along. 5 to 10 minutes. That's it.
No pressure, no dictionary, just reading for fun. And over time, you'll start to see words you know. You'll understand more. And best of all, you'll enjoy it.
I once had a student who said, "I don't like reading." But I gave her a funny comic about a cat that couldn't stop eating cookies. She laughed out loud and asked for more.
Because reading isn't just about learning, it's about feeling curious, feeling relaxed, feeling proud when you understand a sentence.
And remember, you don't need to read Shakespeare. You just need to find something that makes you want to turn the page, even if it's only one page.
So here's your challenge. Find one short story, one comic, or one fun article in English. Read it for 5 minutes. And if you enjoy it, great. If not, pick another.
Reading is not a rule, it's a choice. And when it feels good, it becomes a habit. And once it's a habit, your English starts to grow like a tree with deep roots.
Coming up next, it's quiz time. We'll review some of today's most useful vocabulary with simple definitions and fun examples.
Let's do it. I'll go first. Terrified. Very scared. Example, she heard a sound and felt terrified.
Disappointed. Sad because something went wrong. Example, he got a bad grade. He was disappointed.
Breeze. A light wind. Example, a soft breeze came through the window.
Shadowing. Repeating after a speaker. Example, I do shadowing to practice English.
Practice. To do something again and again. Example, I practice speaking English every day.
Habit. Something you do often. Example, reading English is my daily habit.
Confident. Sure about yourself. Example, she feels confident when she speaks.
Mistake. Something that is not correct. Example, I made a mistake, but I learned from it.
Goal. Something you want to achieve. Example, my goal is to speak English fluently.
Simple. Easy, not difficult. Example, this book is simple and fun to read.
10 great words. And all of them come from real parts of today's episode.
So here's a fun challenge. Choose 3 of these words. Make your own sentence. Say it out loud. Or write it in your notebook. Better yet, do both.
And don't just learn the word. Use it. Because when you use it, you remember it. And when you remember it, you grow.
Coming up next, Alexander and Emily will close today's episode with a warm goodbye and a little push to keep your English moving forward.
And don't just learn the word. Use it. Because when you use it, you remember it. And when you remember it, you grow.
Coming up next, Alexander and Emily will close today's episode with a warm goodbye and a little push to keep your English moving forward.
What a ride. I feel like we went on a journey together, and with new words, good laughs, and a lot of honest stories.
Yes, and more than anything, I hope our listeners now believe one thing. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to keep going.
Absolutely. Whether you speak one sentence or 100, whether you read one page or one chapter, you're doing something great.
And sometimes all it takes is one small step. So here's our friendly challenge for today. Say one sentence in English, out loud. Right now, if you can.
Or read one comic, just 5 minutes of fun English. It could be about cats, robots, or even superheroes. It doesn't matter. What matters is you enjoy it.
Because when you enjoy something, you want to do it again. And that's how habits begin.
So don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for your schedule to be perfect. Start with what you have today, right now, and just keep going.
You've already done something great by finishing this episode. That means you're someone who cares, who tries, who shows up.
And we're proud of you. Really. English is a journey, and you're walking it, step by step.
We'll be right here with you every step of the way. So until next time, remember this.
Small steps lead to big progress. So smile, speak, and enjoy the journey. Thanks for listening to Learn English with Joy. You've got this. We'll see you in the next episode.
Take care and keep learning with joy, one sentence at a time.